Could someone on the stream who's listening at home please give me an audio check to make sure we sound okay? Thank you. Stephanie. Good morning, everyone. Game time is set for 8 a.m.
I don't really trust myself. Thank you, Steve. I was going to grab that. Thank you.
Just about ready to get going this morning. No.
Terrible, right?
I don't.
You have Verizon?
No, AT&T. Whoa! No!
Welcome to Cornerstone Bank Arena and the Swiss International Hockey Tournament. Please stand and remove your headgear as we honor our country with the playing of the national anthem. this morning for the Sport International Face-Off between Littleton and Des Moines. Father Youth Hockey would like to remind you that teaching life lessons through youth hockey is a goal of Fargo Youth Hockey Association, and good sportsmanship is a core value that makes these games a great experience. We appreciate your attendance and ask that each of you join in to honor the game by exhibiting good sportsmanship throughout today's competition. Each of us has a responsibility to conduct ourselves in a respectful manner towards opponents and officials, and to make it an enjoyable experience for everyone. Unsportsmanlike conduct displayed by spectators may result in removal from the arena. Thank you, and let's play hockey.
Okay, we're just about ready to get going here. Cora in net. Henry and Alex on D with Easton, Paxton, and Bo as forwards. Puck is down. Picked up by Littleton. Played on through neutral. Pushed along the far wall. They get it in deep. Henry hustles after it. Sent back around. Littleton keeps it in. Fires on net. Push it around. Picked up on the near wall by Pax. Gets it out through neutral. Over the red line. Gets it in. Met there right by Littleton. Henry takes a whack at it. Fans on the shot. Littleton player run into by Alex. Picked up again by Paxton. He brings it in along the near wall. He's taken out on the play. No penalty called. Played along the far wall by Littleton. Henry swipes at it to break up the play. Pushed along again by Alex. Littleton picks it up in their own zone. Hustle over there by Henry. He gets it ahead to Paxton. Over to Bo, too far for him to get it, and Littleton picks it up. Alex has it, but they're in offsides. Breaking the action, 10:36 remaining in the first period. No score. Miles plays it behind the net. Gets it over to Atlas. Atlas knocked off the puck. Littleton player picks it up. Shot on net. Saved by Cora. Picks it up. Fires on net. Saved by Cora. Kale coming up on the draw. Wingers are Carson and Will. Back on D is Zane and Simon. Shot on goal. Nope. Referee waved it off. The puck didn't cross the line, or he lost sight of it. I'm not sure. Littleton fans are none too pleased with the referee so far. Picked up by Littleton. Will swipes at it. Littleton D player picks it up. Glove save made by Cora. Defensive zone faceoff upcoming. Taken here by Kale. One by Kale. Littleton picks it up over to the near wall, but it comes out of the zone. They got to get back on zone on sides. They do. They get it right back in once they're on sides. Hustled along there by Simon. Picked up behind. Fires it out front. Picked up by Will. He hustles forward. Played through neutral, picked up by Zane. They're in on sides. Shot on goal. Over to the far wall by Littleton. Gets it forward. A little too far for the Littleton player. Can't quite get control of it. Picked up nicely there by Zane. Zane's got it. Zane, one-on-one. Gets a shot on that. Stick save by Littleton. Comes right back out to Kale. He can't bury it. Collision out front. Picked up by Littleton. One-on-one with Cora. Shot save. Hustled on there by Zane. Gets it back to neutral. He's got Easton breaking towards the net. They're on sides. Kale's tripped up on the play. The intensity seems to have picked up here quickly, and we're only a few minutes into the game. 8 minutes left in the first period. Easton picks it up. Hustles back. Got to get back on sides. We do. Played out through neutral by Littleton. Henry hustles over. Pops it up the boards. Picked up there by Littleton. Easton takes a poke at it to break it up. But Littleton comes away with it. Shot save on Cora. Defensive zone faceoff upcoming. Easton on the draw. Puck is down, picked up by Littleton. They get it back to their D. Fire it towards the net. Pushed aside by Alex. Comes back out to Littleton. Littleton D player there. Steered aside by Cora. They try to fire it up to the point. They do. Cycle it back low. Henry's taken out on the play. Picked up again by Alex. Alex with it again. Tries to come back up the boards. Pops right out front to Littleton, but the player can't control the puck, and it goes all the way to the far wall. Played around again by behind the back of the net by Alex. Tried to get up the boards. Over to Paxton. Get it over to Easton. Take it away by Littleton. Littleton player. Goes around the back of the net. Hustles there by Alex. Henry there to knock it away. Whacks it back up the wall. Comes back out through neutral. Going to go all the way down, and it'll be an ice. 6:20 remaining in the first period.
Haggard hockey, established in Minnesota, is revolutionizing the game. We're all about high quality. Here we go, Bucs!
Defensive faceoff coming up here. Charlie on the draw. He's got Atlas and Chale. Fitzy and Miles on D. Charlie picks it up, pops it up the boards. We'll go all the way down, but it will not make icing. Chale along there to push it along. Try to set up some offensive pressure. Atlas with it there along the far wall. Atlas tries to center it, but nobody's home. Fitzy there along the near wall. Can't quite control it. Comes back out through neutral. Picked up by Miles. Played back through neutral by Littleton. They pick it up. Onsides at the line. Get it in, but don't quite get a quality scoring chance. Played around the back of the net by Atlas. Charlie there to hustle it down. Backhands it up the boards. Can't quite get it up and out of the zone. Takes another whack at it to get it out of the zone. Comes right out front. Cora with a stick save, but push it away. Comes back out through neutral. Littleton picks it up. Chale lost his stick. Goes all the way down, and it'll be an ice. 5:07 remaining in the first period. Offensive zone faceoff upcoming here. Kale on the draw. Wins the draw, goes right on net, but goalie makes a nice save. Zane hustles back after it. He's got Simon. Goes all the way down for icing. And we'll do it again. Kale on the draw. He's got Carson and Will with Zane and Simon on D. Puck's down. Picked up there by Littleton. Zane hustles back to knock it away from the Littleton player. They're onsides at the line, but makes a nice defensive play to get it back out through neutral. Will chases it down. Takes it away. Good offensive pressure. Gets it back up to Simon. Simon pushes it back low. Got to cut it off on the near wall. Can't quite keep it in the zone, so it comes back out through neutral. Simon hustles along. Will's up on the play. Seems to be a bit of a discussion here with the referee as far as what the call will be. At minimum, we'll go on the power play. Double minor, I believe, will be the call. They steer towards the net. Short-handed goal, and they score. Power play. Over to Paxton. I believe we're going on the penalty. Yes, we are. It'll be 4-on-4. Well, we're going on the penalty kill. Actually, it'll be 4-on-4 for 28 seconds. Glove save made by Cora. Shot on goal. Glove save made by Cora. 3:32 left in the first. Atlas on the draw. Puck is down. Picked up by Littleton. Comes back out through neutral. Again, it's 4-on-4. They're in on sides. Steered aside by Atlas. Whacked up by Chael. A little too far for Chael to pick it up. He comes back to get it. Hustles back by Littleton. Skates around Phipsy. Shot on goal. No goal. Comes back out. They fire it wide. Back to full strength for Des Moines. Ooh, comes right out front. Thankfully, Littleton can't. Puck stays in on the zone. Littleton with it. Chael there to knock it down. Littleton hustles after it behind our net. Hustled along there by Atlas. He's met there by two Littleton players. Comes back across to their point person. Miles there. Comes around to the near wall. Atlas comes away with the puck. Tripped up on the play. Comes back through neutral. Picked up by Littleton. Stick save made there by Cora. Kale comes around the back of the net. Pops it up the boards. Springs Atlas up the near wall. Loses the puck. Gets it back. 1:32 left in the first period. They're on sides at the line. They get it in. Hustled on there by Zane. Simon makes a nice swipe at it to break up the play. Comes back up behind the net. Kale fires it along the far wall. Goes into the player bench. Kale on the draw. Whacked at there by Zane. Played again by Littleton through neutral. Chased down by Will. Simon with it. Collision on the far wall. Played behind the net by Kale. 45 seconds left in the first period. They keep it in the zone. Hustle back behind the net. Picked up by Simon. Played over to the near wall. Onsides at the line for Littleton. All the way around, Littleton player picks it up, comes right out to the slot. Littleton player plays it from his knees. 15 seconds left in the first period. Comes around. Up to Carson. Carson takes a whack at it. 2 seconds left. And that'll do it for a entertaining, I suppose you could say, first period.
Just $50. That means top tier beer without breaking the bank. You can check out their amazing selection and get your hands on a new stick by stopping at the Haggard Hockey booth right here at Cornerstone Bank Arena, or visit them online at haggardhockey.com.
right, we're back. Puck is down. Picked up along the far wall. Played along there by Pax. Picked up by Bo. Played along the near wall. Easton's got it. $11:39 left in the second period. Puck is down, picked up by Littleton. They fire it in, not over the red line, so it'll be icing all the way down. Puck is down. Picked up by Easton. Fires it towards the net. Steered away by the goalie. Comes right back out front, but a Littleton player picks it up. Nice stick check there by Easton to knock it off their. Easton fires it back towards the net. Comes right out to Paxton, but he can't quite get there in time to get a shot away. Comes back to Easton. Fires it just wide. Over to Bo. Bo loses the handle. Picks up by Littleton. Broken up nicely there by Henry. Skated along the far wall. Picked up again by Easton. He plays it forward. Gets it back to himself. Fires it towards the net. Stick saved by the goalie. Come along to the near wall. Picked up by Bo. Taken away there by Littleton. They hustle back. It's 3-on-2 at the line. They still got it. Littleton player without a stick. They hustle back to keep it in on sides. Play back behind the net. Comes right out. Easton backhands it to the near corner. Picked up again by Easton. He comes back out. Tripped up on the play. A little too far for Alex to grab it. But Henry's there to pick it up. Comes out of the zone. They're offsides. $9:50 left in the second period. Charlie on the draw. Scrums it over to Atlas. Picked up along the far boards by Phipsy. Intercepted, picked up by Littleton player. Played behind the net. Comes back out front. Atlas there to try to knock it away. Littleton player picks it back up. Fires it back in towards Cora. Bouncing puck. Smothered by Cora. Charlie on the draw. Puck is down, wins it to Atlas. Back up the boards. Can't quite get it out, but they do. Charlie hustles back after it. Chases him down behind the net. Comes all the way back through. It'll be icing on the play. Kale on the draw with Carson and Will. Simon and Zane on defense. Puck is down, picked up by Littleton, taken away there by Kale comes back up the near wall. A little too far for Simon to get it, but Zane's there to pick it up. Kale hustles it along. Will takes a whack at it. Kale there along the near boards. A little too far for Simon's reach, but Zane's back there to pick it up along the back of our net. Comes up the far wall. Plays it nicely out of the zone. He's pushed off the puck there by a Littleton player. He gets it in deep, though, onside. Will hustles in to break it up. He's taken out on the play. Kale takes a whack at it. Comes back through neutral. Simon there to pick it up. Plays it up the wall. Comes back up through center. Little too far for Carson. Played again by Simon. Picked up again by Will. Played along the near boards. Littleton player fires it towards the net. It goes behind. Picked up by Zane. All the way down, and it'll be icing. 7:43 left in the second period.
You would wait, you are far away. You always knew that you keep on the way.
Defensive zone face-off upcoming here. Easton on the draw. Picked up there by Littleton. Easton takes a whack at it. Can't quite clear the zone. Littleton maintains offensive zone pressure. Picked up there by Easton. Still can't clear the zone. Gets it back into the far corner by a Littleton player. Hustled on there by Alex. Picked up along the back of the net by Bo. Alex over to pick it up. Littleton player fires it behind the net. Comes back out front. Easton steers it behind the net. Got to watch back door. They do. They collapse nicely there to prevent a scoring opportunity. Picked up by Littleton. We need to clear the zone. Littleton with a lot of offensive zone pressure. Swatted at by Cora. Played along by Alex. Behind the net. Picked up by Paxton. Comes back up through neutral. They're on sides. Easton with it. Easton's knocked off the puck. Keep it in the zone. They do. Picked up by Bo. Easton fires it across, but no defensive player had gotten there yet for the Bucs. It's a 3-on, 2-on-1, 2-on-2. Fired on goal, saved by Cora. 6:02 remaining in the second period. Charlie on the draw. Picked up by Atlas. Atlas plays it out of the zone. He needs his helpers. Played back in the zone by Littleton. And they score. What happens when you don't play good defense, kids? Puck is down. Picked up by Littleton. Knocked out the play there by Miles. Littleton player picks it up. Back to the line. Glove saved by Cora. Defensive zone face-off upcoming here. To say that the intensity picked up is an understatement. 5:20 remaining.
Here we go,
Kale on the draw. Swatted on. Puck is down, picked up by Carson. Played back in by Littleton. Face-off won there by Kale. Pushed it into the zone. Picked up by Littleton. They fired up the boards. Hustles back is Zane. Back behind the net. Net there by Kale. Picked up again by Zane. Kale with it. Can't quite clear the zone. 4:38 remaining in the second period. Will there to hustle along. Can't quite get it. Littleton picks it back up. They get it back on net. A lot of traffic below the line. Littleton player picks it up. Still can't clear the zone. Kept in by Littleton. They put it back deep. Zane hustles on. Picked up by Littleton. Played behind the net. He loses the handle on the puck. Picked up again by Carson. Comes all the way out of the zone. No icing. Picked up by Littleton, but they're offsides at the line. Before left in the second. Played back in the zone by Littleton. Littleton with it along the far wall. Blocked down nicely by Henry. Shot on goal. Steered aside by Cora. Henry with it. Henry plays it up the wall. Can't quite clear the zone. Littleton player fires it back on net. Goes wide. Picked up again behind the net. We got way too many guys not locking up on our own players. Easton with it. Gets it over to Paxton. A little too far for him to get it. Littleton picks it back up. Collision there on the near wall. Tied up there along the near boards. Pops out to a Littleton player. Played over in the corner. Henry there to knock it down. Easton there. That's offsides. And we will get a line change. 2:37 left in the second. Puck is down, picked back up by Littleton. They fire it on. Gloved aside by Cora. Played behind by Miles. Up to Atlas. Atlas with it there. 50 there to try to knock it along. They push it back into the defensive zone. Comes right out front. 2 Littleton players. 1 Bucs player. Need more defensive support there, guys. Swatted on by Chael. Littleton centers it again. Intercepted by Atlas. Can't quite make the play to clear the zone. Glove save made by Cora. .156 remaining in the second period. Charlie on the draw. Puck is down, wins it back to Atlas. Atlas with it. Tries to flip it up the boards. Doesn't quite do that. Cleared through the middle. Charlie with it, fires it back around. Atlas hustles down to chase it. He's got it back through neutral. Picked up by Atlas. He's knocked off the puck. Miles skates over to get it. Littleton with it through neutral. Charlie takes a swat at it. Played back in by Littleton. We can't clear the zone. Comes back, Fipsy with it there, knocks it along, gets it to Atlas. Over to Chael. Fired it up to Miles. Miles gets it back through neutral. Charlie hustles down after it. Goes back in. They're onsides at the line. Chael heads off on a change. 43 seconds left in the second period. Littleton player taps his stick on the ice, calling for the puck. Knocked down there by Cora. Comes right back out to the Littleton player. Charlie takes a whack at it. Wisely clears the zone. 30 seconds left of the period. Goes all the way down. Doesn't make the line for icing. Hustled that there by Atlas. Kale goes to the far side to try to cut it off. Can't quite get there. Can't keep the zone. 10 seconds left in the period. Fired all the way in towards Cora, and it'll be icing. 6 seconds left in the second period. Kale on the draw. Fire it on net. Shot taken there by Kale. Blocker save by the goalie. After 2 periods of play, the score is 3-0. Be back shortly for third period action. Hello, Abby. Third period's about to get going here. Played along there by Carson. Tries to get it to Kale. Intercepted there by Littleton. They pick it up. We got to hustle back on D. We do. Zane's there to pick it up. Shot on by Littleton. Blocker saved by Cora. Littleton player tries to get towards the net. Comes out of the zone. They're offsides. Way offsides. Kale on the draw. Puck is down. Hustled on there by Will. 2 Littleton players go in after it. Play it behind their net. Will intercepts nicely, takes it away, tries to center it. He does, gets it over to Simon. Simon fires, stick save made by Littleton. Picked up through neutral. Need more stops and starts there. Guys, let's go. Will's been all over the ice today. Up and down. Back in on the defensive line zone. Collision there on the far side. Picked up by Littleton. We collapse down front. Help out our goalie. They do. Simon's there to steer it aside. Williams got it. Will takes it in. Loses the handle, tries to get a backhanded shot on net. Can't quite get there. Littleton player picks it up along the near wall. Simon's hustling back to try to cut him off. Picked up there by Zane. Comes all the way back down. No ice. Kale takes a whack at it. Played through neutral. Picked up there by Alex. Fans on the shot. Gets it again. Comes back through neutral. Easton there along the near wall. Picked up there by Bo. Tripped up on the play. Shot, and they scored. Kind of caught Cora off guard. To the Littleton zone. Comes around. Littleton picks it up behind their net. They've got a good breakout. Comes right up the middle. We're caught with one less defender than we should have had, but we recover nicely. Played there all the way down. Will not be icing. Not going to make the line. A couple players tripped up on the play. It does make the line. It goes on end and rolls through. And then running back and forth. Played back behind the net. Picked up by Littleton. 8:25 left in the third period. Comes right out front. Played back behind the net by Easton. Comes back out front to Littleton. A lot of traffic. Steered aside. Picked up by Paxton. Paxton plays it along. Gets it up to Easton. Easton's got a break, but he can't quite get the handle on it. Played along the far wall. Picked up by Littleton. Played up off the puck nicely there by Alex. Alex has it again. Fires it back out through neutral. All the way down. No icing. They wave it off. 7:46 remaining in the game. They've got a good breakout. 2 passes and they're out of the zone. Henry with it. Fires it along. Picked up by Alex. Go ask Mom. Right along there by Alex. We're off sides. Charlie on the draw on the near circle. Puck is down. Wins it over to Chael. Chael can't quite control it. Picked up by Littleton. Littleton player flies in. The net's knocked off. Maybe the net was knocked off. No goal. Charlie on the draw. Picked up by Littleton. They fired across D to D. Their player picks it up. Comes right to Atlas. Charlie! Fired back into the corner. Picked up by Littleton. Littleton player fires it wide. Picked up again by Atlas. He gets it out of the zone. They're offsides. They touch up. Comes back through neutral. Littleton player gets it ahead. Back in. Takes a nice swipe at it by Atlas to knock him off the puck. Comes back in behind the net. Charlie chases it down. Charlie's knocked down on the play. Littleton player played it through neutral. Charlie hustles towards it on the near wall. Charlie's taken out on the play. Goes all the way down. It's gotten a little chippy here in the later stages of the game. 5:15 remaining in the third. Picked up by Littleton. They fired on net. Saved by Cora. Hale on the draw. 4:59 remaining in the third period. Puck is down. Picked up by Littleton. They fired on net. Blocker saved by Cora. Picked up by Zane behind the net. Picked up nicely there by Will. Played into the zone, then comes right back out through neutral. Zane there to try to take it away. Littleton player makes a move at the zone entry. Stop save made by Cora. Kale on the draw. 4:27 remaining in the third. Kale on the draw. Comes all the way out through neutral. Picked up by Littleton. Littleton fires it right back in. They're on sides. It's 3-on-1. Now it's 2-on-0. Saved by Cora. Need a little more defensive help. Cora has kept us in this game. Puck is down, fired out of the zone by Kale. That Should have been no icing in my opinion because it was touched by the player, but they call it an ice. 4:05 left in the third period. Easton on the draw. Puck is down. Easton wins the draw. Picked up there by Littleton. Littleton player takes a shot from the slot. Goes over the net. Hustled on there by Henry. Picked up by Alex. Comes back around. Alex with it on the far wall. Gets it out through neutral. He skates along and pushed off the puck. Picked up by Littleton. Played along the near boards. Taken away there by Henry. Pushes the player off the puck. Comes all the way back in. Henry there to chase it down. Alex with it behind the net. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Easton there to knock it down. Collision on the near boards. Both players get up. Someone's without a stick. Henry chases it down. Comes back up. Tries to get it out of the zone. Taken away there by Littleton. Played through neutral. Picked back up by Littleton. Try to fire it back in, but it's met there by Alex. Comes all the way back into the zone. Picked up by Pax. Oh, shot on goal saved by Littleton. 2:39 left in the third period. Charlie on the draw. Puck is down. Picked up by Atlas. He's pestered there by Littleton. Comes back around. Picked up along the near boards by Fitzy. Puck's taken away, and they clear the zone. It's 3-on-1 at the line. Gets it out. Littleton player gets it over to himself. Fitzy back checks nicely there to get back. Charlie hustles after it. Offsides at the line. .209 left in the third period. Charlie on the draw. Littleton player wins it back. Plays through neutral. Gets in over the line. They're on sides. Makes a nice move to get around the defender. Comes right back up the slot. Littleton picks it up. Pops over the stick. And smothered there by Cora. .153 left in the game. Puck is down. Picked up by Paxton. Or by Zane, excuse me. Squirts through neutral. Will and Simon hustle in after it. 1:42 left in the game. Littleton gets it in. Intercepted there by Zane. Comes back through neutral. Picked up by Littleton. They enter the zone. Kale makes a swat at it to try to get it out of the zone, but can't quite get to the line. Kept in. Fired back in. Right on Cora. She saves it. Comes right out front. Pushed into the corner by Kale. 58 seconds left in the game. Carson with it. Tries to clear the zone. Can't quite get it out. Littleton player picks it up. Simon hustles in after it. Glove saved by Cora. 41 seconds left in the game. Easton on the draw. Puck is down. Picked up in the corner there by Bo. Tries to get it up the zone. Up and out of the zone. Can't quite get there. Paxton there. Along with Will. Comes right out front. Stick save made by Cora. 20 seconds left in the game. Played along by Alex. Comes up the near wall. Easton hustles after it. 9 seconds left. Littleton player tripped up on the puck. And that's it. Final score 4-0. Thanks everybody for watching. We play again at 1:30 today.
Outside was my 3.5 point.
Thank you for coming to today's game.